All right, what is up? How you doing? Today is a beautiful day. So, I've really wanted to be so transparent with you here. Check out where I am right now. It's a pretty big place, 7-bedroom place, event place that people stay at to do weddings and stuff. I'm currently overlooking a beautiful view. It's a world-class wave down there. But today I wanted to talk to you about something very interesting, about something that I don't know if too many really people talk about, but it's something that really matters to you. So I've showed you all this, but let me show you one more thing. Let me show you my bank account. That's how much I have in it, and that's how much I owe. This transparency is really important to me. I don't want to just show this and be like, oh, look where I'm at. It's like, yo, look at how much I actually have to my name. I owe more than I have. And that may be the case for a lot of us. And I'm not here to feel sorry for myself or to say, woe is me. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is this concept of where our worth comes from. So there's this idea of like, I am who people say I am what people think of me, I am my bank account, I am my possessions, I am the person I'm with, I am the relationship, I am the nationality, I am the skin color, I am my eye color, I'm my hair color, I'm my hair length, I'm my beard length, I'm where I live. And this is a big fallacy. This is the big illusion, because we get identified with our current situations, we get identified with our current possessions, and this is the ego. Ironically, it's kind of funny, right? Like if you think about it, like how am I standing here right now? Like actually ask that, like how am I doing this? Which is pretty interesting, right? Like last night I'm sitting next to someone who's talking numbers that I've only literally heard people talk about on TV or like on YouTube like this. Like I've never really been around that kind of numbers before. Just talking about what they do, and it's kind of interesting, right? Because like of my current financial situation, and I haven't made money in it's been 10 months now. I haven't really made any sort of kind of income or anything. And how can I sit next to in a place like this? And it's something that all of us can do actually, and it comes down to our vibration. So at what level are we vibrating at? So I love this idea of thinking, the idea of being broke but not poor. So poor is a mindset, and being broke is a temporary situation. And it's often, if you look at most people, even their story right now, this is so beautiful. I got to talk to them last night, and they said like 12 years ago we had nothing, we lost it all, and we had to build ourselves back up from the ground up. So it's like, you know, it's being around stories like this that really inspire me, really give me motivation to keep going, even in my current situation. And how, like, honestly, if you've been following this journey, you've been watching how hectic it's been. But yeah, so it's been really nice to hear those stories. But the thing is I can show up with core confidence. I show up with who I am, and I realized that from an early age, actually spending a lot of time in hammocks and on surf beaches, that my worth doesn't actually come from my bank account or the location I am at or my skin color or who I hang out with. My worth comes from here in my heart and who I am as a person. And that can happen for you as well. I've done a lot of deep work inside self to be able to get myself to a point where if I'm hanging out in a place like this or with whoever or wherever, it's like I'm still calm and cool inside myself, because it's not really, my worth doesn't come from anything externally. And I feel that's the same for all of us, is our worth actually doesn't come from anything outside of us. These are all temporary. This bank situation, it's gonna go up, and then I'll show you the up, and then it's gonna go back down, and then I'm gonna stay in a place like this, and then I'll stay in another place, and it's just gonna keep moving. And this is the beautiful joy of life, is that it's constantly changing. It's in a constant flux. But what's really awesome about all this is that if you can understand that and get in harmony. Now this is a big one. This is a big one, is starting to understand the natural laws. So how we are governed, you know, like, doesn't matter how intelligent you are, doesn't matter your bank account, doesn't matter your skin color, you are bounded by physics, you know, and that is a law. There's just laws in physics that we're all bounded by. But just like in life, there's these universal laws that are so important, like the law of vibration, the law of frequency, the law of compensation, the law of reciprocity. All these laws are so important to study, and if you want a recommendation, I would look at the 11 laws from Bob Proctor. He goes into it quite deeply, and it's something that now for myself, with being around people like this, is really starting to understand the harmonious way of being and being in harmony with nature. I love that word. That's like my new mantra, is like, how do I become in harmony? So by being in places like this, it's allowing my vibration and my thought process, my subconscious mind to be raising, and hearing those numbers, just being around that, it's just like, it's changing the mindset. And that's why I wanted to make this video here, is to just kind of maybe change the mindset at what you're seeing, your current state. Maybe you're actually awesome and it's just epic and it's great, and your current state is like exactly where it wants it to be. But if you're like me, it's not, and I want it to go to a higher place. So then contemplate your current state, and also know that you are not your bank account, you're not your surroundings. But be very mindful, because that also sometimes can lead to like a cop-out. So just be mindful in that place that you're like, oh, I'm not my bank account, so I'll just do nothing. It's like, no, you still gotta provide, you still gotta be in the human experience. But what I'm learning is this like dance between both sides. So I wanted to share that with you today, and share this beautiful place, man. This place is really beautiful. Feel so grateful. So with that being said, I share my peace and I share my love.